So there's a whole another realm of detachment nobody talks about. Maybe they don't know it yet. Detachment usually in this manifesting community or conscious creating community is not being hyper attached to what you're trying to manifest. And to the point where you are being taught to be okay with not having it. Now I'm well aware that in my recent video where I teach you or show you guys how you can find out if you are in a fantasy mode or if you are making real changes, I talked about if somebody's absence doesn't affect you, that means you are creating a good self-concept. I have mentioned that. Yes, if somebody's absence or presence doesn't affect you, that means you have a really good self-concept, a really solid self-concept. But what I had also mentioned is that when you have such a solid self-concept, you're naturally going to have knowing that that very thing that you want to see in your reality is going to happen. That knowing is naturally going to be there no matter what. For example, I'm pretty sure you must have experienced an instance in your life where there was a person who was like crazy about you, but you were not interested in them, right? Now, them being interested in you or not didn't affect you at all, right? Am I right? If they were to go away from your life, it wouldn't affect you. It wouldn't affect, their absence wouldn't affect your well-being. Yet you would know, you will have this knowing, you know what, I know that person is crazy about me. I know that. They're just really crazy about me. I don't know why. You're going to have that knowing, right? That's what I'm talking about. Not being affected by their absence, but knowing that it's going to happen. That is detachment. Detachment is not, oh, I'm okay with you not being in my life. I don't need you. That's not detachment. That's actually insecurity. If anybody comes up to you and says, you know what, I don't need you, that is just coming from insecurity. That's a cover up that, you know what, I don't think I can have you. I don't think I'm worthy enough, good enough to have you in my life. So let me just, cover it up with, I don't need you in my life. That's a cover up. That's not a real thing which is going on in them. All I'm trying to say is detachment is not, I'm okay with not having it. That is you giving up on it or giving up on yourself, because nothing in this world is about anybody else but you. Even the things that you're trying to manifest, they are the things, the tangible things you're trying to experience in your life. You think it's about it. You think it's about the circumstance. You think it's about the person. But at the end of the day, it's just about you. You just want to feel a certain way. You're looking to feel a certain way, you're looking to be a certain way, and you attach meaning to specific circumstances as in if this happens, that will make me feel this way, which is true, obviously. But all I'm trying to say is you think you are seeking people, you think you're seeking opportunities or money maybe, but what you're really seeking is just true freedom. All right, you're seeking a feeling at the end of the day. So saying I'm okay with not having it is just you giving up on yourself. It's just you giving up on the idea of you having it and you becoming it. All right, somebody's absence not affecting your well-being is a good sign. Yes, it's a really good sign that you have created a really good self-concept. All right, you are really confident now, you really have a good self-esteem. But if it's coming from the place of, you know what, I'm okay with not having it, and I know it's not going to happen. If that's what you're doing, I'm okay with not having it. I know I'm not going to have it, but I'm okay with it. It's just you giving up on yourself. There's this very thin line between both of these scenarios. Detachment in simple terms is nothing but a knowing, because when you know something, you relax. Knowing in any area for anything relaxes you, okay? Gives you peace. You relax, you surrender. That's what we are looking to do. When people say, let go of it, surrender, Dr. Joe Dispenza talks a lot about surrendering. What he's really meaning to say is relaxing. Knowing it's gonna happen. Because when you know it into being, it's when it actually happens. Speaking from my own experience, I, this one time, manifested a job in just 3 days. You know what I was attached to? I was just attached to giving myself that feeling. Even when I was seeing movement going on in my life, I was not getting attached to that. I had this knowing in me that the practice that I'm doing is anyways gonna get me a job. So it's okay, like I'm not gonna get attached to it. And guess what? In just 3 days, out of nowhere, I had a job. The exact same job that I was looking for in just 3 days. Why? Because I had a knowing. This is just one example. I have manifested manifested so much in the past few years that I don't even remember some of them. But what I've seen is when I have this knowing that it's gonna happen, it happens. And that knowing relaxes me. That is what detachment is. So to know if you are detached, the first thing to look for is, if that thing wasn't there, would you be okay? Would it affect your well-being? Would it affect your feeling of safety and security? If not, that's a good sign. Second of all, do you still have a knowing that, but you know what, it is anyways going to happen? You have that knowing. That is detachment. All right. For example, just quick example, when you are creating money, you cannot be like, oh, I'm okay with it not being in my life, right? Because obviously there's this is conditioning that we need money to live safely, to be free, to live abundantly, right? That's a conditioning, but that's just another topic. What I'm saying is you need money, right? You need to see that money in your life. Here, what you need to realize is that it's not about money. Money is a side effect of you being an abundant, free being. It's just a side effect of that. It's okay if it doesn't show up. It doesn't affect my well-being, but I know it's going to show up because that's who I am. And that kind of conviction and authority comes only when you have done the work. If you need to do the work, all right? Meaning, if you are coming from some kind of conditioning which you need to kind of unlearn to become the person you're trying to become, because at the end of the day, it's just about becoming this new person. And becoming this new person means having a whole new head on your shoulders, meaning having a new belief system which creates new perception, new awareness, new behaviors, and new set of actions. Your desired reality is nothing but a consequence of you becoming that person. All right. So now you know what detachment is. Detachment is nothing but a knowing. Even forget about if you're okay with its absence or not. Forget about it. If you are or you're not, it doesn't matter. If you have a knowing, you know what? It's going to happen. I have a feeling that this is going to happen. It's going to happen because it's a knowing. Knowing is the strongest thing. And that knowing is just going to lead you towards becoming the person you are trying to become. All right. So if this is confusing in any way, shape, or form, you can always ask me questions down in the comment section below. I would love to help you out. I would love to answer any of your confusions. But yeah, do not waste your time living life the same old way because it's not working out, right? I know it's not working out for you. I know those old ways of, oh, it's just about what I'm sensing with my 5 senses and nothing way beyond than that. I know it's not working out for people. I can see that on their faces. It's not working out for them. So don't waste your time. All right, focus. I will create more videos on how to actually properly focus and stuff like that. But yeah, I hope this made sense.